The Sella Curulis and the toga were two of the most important symbols used together to express the authority of Roman magistrates and to make political power visibly recognizable in public life. Throughout the Roman Republic and the Roman Empire, high-ranking officials such as consuls, praetors, curule aediles, dictators, and in some cases censors possessed the right to sit on the Sella Curulis, while wearing the official garment known as the toga praetexta. When these two symbols appeared together, they clearly indicated that the magistrate was acting in an official capacity on behalf of the Roman state. And this combination formed one of the most recognizable visual expressions of authority in Roman public life. The Sella Curulis was a ceremonial chair with folding X-shaped legs used by magistrates who possessed imperium or curule rank. This chair was employed during official duties such as court sessions, public assemblies, and administrative proceedings, especially in locations like the Forum Romanum. When a magistrate sat upon the Sella Curulis on a raised platform known as a tribunal, Roman citizens understood that he was exercising official authority or issuing legal decisions on behalf of the state. The origin of the Sella Curulis is generally traced to the Etruscan civilization, and it was probably introduced into Rome during the reign of early kings, such as Lucius Tarquinius Priscus. In the period of the Roman monarchy, the king himself used a ceremonial seat of this type, and after the establishment of the Republic, this royal symbol was transferred to elected magistrates, allowing republican officials to inherit the visual signs of monarchical authority. The Sella Curulis was often decorated with ivory, or sometimes made entirely of ivory, which is why it was occasionally called the Sella Eburnia, or ivory chair. The folding structure of the chair made it portable, allowing magistrates to carry it with them when they left Rome on official duties. A consul or praetor travelling to a province or commanding an army could bring the Sella Curulis along, ensuring that the visible symbol of Roman authority accompanied him wherever he exercised his office. This portability reflected the mobile character of Roman government, since magistrates frequently operated outside the city as military commanders or provincial governors. The toga was the traditional garment that symbolized Roman citizenship and was worn exclusively by Roman citizens. But magistrates wore distinctive forms of the toga that marked their official status. The most important magistrate's garment was the toga praetexta, which had a broad purple border along its edge. The colour purple was strongly associated with authority and high status in Roman culture, and the toga praetexta was worn by consuls, praetors, and curule aediles as a visible sign of their official rank. Although the toga praetexta was also worn by Roman children and certain priests, in the case of magistrates, it served as a public symbol of political power. The image of a magistrate seated on the Sella Curulis while wearing the toga praetexta represented one of the most characteristic scenes of Roman political life. Such scenes frequently occurred in public places such as the Forum Romanum, the Basilica Aemilia, the Basilica Julia, and the Campus Martius, where magistrates presided over courts, assemblies, and administrative proceedings. While the magistrate sat on the tribunal, attendants known as lictors stood nearby carrying the fasces, bundles of rods that symbolized the magistrate's power to punish. Together, the Sella Curulis, the toga praetexta, and the fasces formed a powerful visual system, representing the imperium and authority of Roman magistrates. In Roman society, the toga also served as a marker of social and political distinction. A victorious general celebrating a triumph wore a special garment known as the toga picta, which was dyed purple and embroidered with gold. This toga resembled the garments traditionally associated with kings and even with the gods. and during the triumph the victorious commander might be seated upon a Sella Curulis, or carried in a chariot, symbolically displaying a level of honour that approached royal dignity. The Sella Curulis and the toga together formed an essential part of the visual language of Roman political authority. The toga praetexta showed that a magistrate possessed official rank, while the Sella Curulis demonstrated that he was actively exercising that authority. Roman citizens could easily recognize the status of a magistrate by observing how many lictors accompanied him, what type of toga he wore, and whether he was seated upon a Sella Curulis.